r/AskReddit by Reddify. What is the most awkward Excel advance you have experienced? I worked for my local school system for a bit. The staff/teachers all went out to happy hour one Friday and invited me. I didn't know teachers love to get ducking wasted. A newly divorced music teacher came up to me and told me how we haven't had an attractive guy in so long, and then proceeded to tell me she has only had C-sections and everything is still intact. She was super drunk, but boy was it uncomfortable to just fake laugh and try to slowly move away. I had a random older guy walk up to me and strike up a conversation while on a walk in the park. He seemed like a regular guy who felt lonely after moving to a different country. I felt sorry for him, so we talked for a while. Then he tried to convince me to wander off the path to take a picture together. I respectfully declined and kept walking. He then told me about his heart condition. Apparently, he'd have a heart contact if he doesn't get regular hand jobs, and would I be willing to help him out? Nope, the duck out of there and disappeared into the next subway station. Edit. So this is going to be my legacy on Reddit. I pooped in my brother's dorm when I was helping him move out and opened the window to let the room breathe. A girl he was friends with told me she could smell it. I laughed and apologized and she said, "It's okay." Then seductively added, "I liked it." Edit. You guys really don't want the rest of this story. Edit 2. I stand corrected. Full story coming up as soon as I get home. Edit 3. You're la ridiculous. I had to finish my outing. Came home and got into an argument with my girlfriend. Things are unwell. Anyway, to take my mind off of it, story time below. And it's a long story about a wonderful, painful, will they/won't they/WTF is wrong with them romance full of regrets, so be patient. Edit 4. It's done. Got both my most upvoted comment and downvoted comment in this thread. Sorry if any are disappointed after the build up, but that's the story. One of my students waited until everyone left the class, leaned over grabbing my hands, looking into my eyes and said, "Mister, I'm 18 now." Sigh. My description does not adequately sum up the intensity of the encounter. I basically ran away. A girl walking up to me in a club, taking my glasses off, licking the lenses, and sliding them in my shirt pocket. Edit. I can't believe my most upvoted post is about this socially misguided drunk girl. I'm 17. Working behind the counter of a local pizza/sub/pasta/etc. You get the idea, place. It's close to closing time, so around 9. Drunk creepy man in his 50s is standing at the counter drinking a water while I put together his sub and make awkward small talk. He then asks me what time I get done work and if I want to join him for a drink. Bear in mind again, I'm 17. But I also look way younger. Always have. I decline with the excuse that I'm not old enough to drink. And he just kinda pauses and says that's not a problem. I have enough water in my hotel room to get you drunk. I just kinda shook my head no with what I presume to be a deer in headlights look. Hand him his now wrapped sub and walk out back to wait for him to leave. I called my dad to come walk with me home that night. Didn't have a family car and worked about a 5-minute walk away from home. Edit. Clarification. My now wife and I had been dating about 6 months when we went camping with her family. It's my first family trip with them, and I'm on my best behavior. Her older sister was there because she'd gotten into a fight with her fiance and was drinking her problems away that weekend. I point out there happened to be a dance competition at the campground, and being the dumb white kid that I was, make a joke that I could win doing breakdancing, which I absolutely cannot do, and her drunk sister proclaims in front of everyone that she could win by giving me a lap dance. I had no idea what to say. My wife lost her hit on her sister. Their dad, having a twisted sense of humor, thought it was hilarious. Most awkward camping trip ever. Guy told me he wanted to go on a date. Got dressed up and wore my best jewelry and bag. He actually just wanted a blowjob in his car, wanted to film it, and then got a call from his mom and had to go. I had him drop me off at a theater near my house so my parents wouldn't ask why I was back in less than 5 minutes. Edit. For the record, I didn't do it. I touched him and he came on himself. No, he didn't film it. Was having a Excel conversation with this girl in college. She asks if I was circumcised. I say no. She goes MMMXC. Do you have white cheese? I ended that conversation right there. And for the record, no, I don't. I clean myself like a non-disgusting person. Not sure this counts as a Rexel advance, but a guy kept poking my boob with a replica of a sword from Sword Art Online. I now know that the same guy kicked his friends out of his birthday party so he could masturbate in private. A girl told me she wanted to use my beard as a loofah to wash her pussy. I had a deep makeout sis with this guy, and he kept smacking my thigh. Not my reachable, but my thigh. I was too confused to even ask why afterwards. Edit. With all of these replies I guess it makes sense, because Yada cheered us of some THICC thighs. When I was 16, I was at a friend's house drinking water that his mom bought for us. The room was spinning, and I was starting to pass out. So I crawled under the kitchen table to sleep. The next thing I know, his mom is under the table with me trying to take my clothes off. I fought her off for 5 minutes and made my way to the bathroom, locked the door, and slept in the bathroom. We were in a bar when a very awkward, totally drunk guy came to us and just simply told one of the girls that all you need is love, if you want to. That's all he said. Waited for some response from the girl, but when he realized it was cringy as hell, he left. If you are enjoying the video, please give a thumbs up and leave a comment. IF was a pizza delivery driver for my town's local pizza joint after high school, and I got assigned to deliver an order to a regular customer. The guy was in his 40s and answered the door in a bathrobe. When he handed me the cash for the order, before I could react, he took my hand and kissed it, to which I could only mumble nervously, "Oh, you're sweet." He looks me in the eyes and says, "No, just horny." Suffice it to say, I got out of there fast and only sent male drivers to that address in the future lol. So like most of these awkward stories, I was at the bar. It was close to last call, and I was playing pool. This fairly attractive, I remember it what way anyways, girl came up to me saying she had her eye on me all night. She starts grinding on me and kissing my neck, and her hands go up my shirt. It's tacky cause there are people everywhere, but hey, why not? She then lifts my shirt and takes a good bite at my nipple. Of course, I jump back like 5 feet and say holy hit, what the hell? And she got embarrassed and ran out the bar. Picked up a guy friend of mine and some of his friends at a bar because they were super drunk. He started talking about how big my boobs were and how he'd like to touch them. I just turned the music up and drove a little faster. Once had a guy hit on me. He did a shot of tequila in a club, shivered, looked me dead in the eyes, and said I hate tequila, but I love gingers. Moved to a new town, ate mushrooms in a park and walked around. Got approached by another man, looking for a gay hookup. I watched his face turn several shades of red and purple before putting it together what was going on. Turned him down, but he followed me for a while desperately trying to get laid. Got out of there and learned later that not only was there a good fishing on the river there, but it was also a kind of underground gay hookup spot, awkward as duck. In college I met this guy and we decided to hang out. He picked me up from my dorm and we were supposed to go back to his apartment to watch movies. During the ride there he was pretty much quiet the whole time and staring straight ahead, as if he was trying not to look at me. We arrived at the parking lot to his apartments. He parked and continued staring straight ahead like a crazy person. Then he suddenly put his hand on my upper thigh. I immediately moved his hand away and asked him what the duck he was doing. He didn't answer. He just started the car and silently drove me back to my dorm. I swear it felt like a scene from Halloween. Some guy came up to me while I was walking to a class on the college campus. He said nice day, huh? And I agreed. It was in fact a nice day. Good weather for a blowjob, huh? And I was sort of startled, but I conceded the point that I suppose it was good weather. Rookie mistake. He asked if I wanted one. I informed him I was heading to my anthropio lecture and walked off. I wonder how many times that line has worked for him, because 2 semesters later on the same campus he used it again on me. I assumed he didn't recognize me. I used to live in the downtown area of a small city, and my apartment was conveniently a block away from a pizza place. so I could get late night food without driving anywhere. One night I was walking to the pizza place and a homeless lady very loudly and repeatedly offered to give me a blowjob if I would let her use my phone. I politely declined the offer and fled. I did get the pizza, but I brought it home via a different route.